You get stale.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
You forget about things like stale.
Popcorn.
Popcorn, stale popcorn.
Popcorn.
Pop.
This is the stale
Popcorn.
Hello and welcome to the Stale Popcorn Podcast. I'm Steven, and with me as always is my co-host Christopher. Chris, you're doing good.
I am. You're doing good.
I am. Moving on. Buddy, there's timestamps below if you want to skip around, take a jaunt. Hi, Shadow Cloud. Hi, Big Guy. How you doing? You got news, buddy?
No.
I got news. I got big news. Big news.
If it's a trailer, I'm about to take this fist. I'm about to knuckle your sandwich.
All right, we can do it quick. Moana trailer, did you see it?
No.
Looks bad. Next up, Harry Potter trailer, did you see it?
I did, actually.
What'd you think?
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Cute little kids. There's a wizard. Platform 9 3/4. The Expellium Wingambus.
Well, it's like I'm listening to the trailer.
I know.
Honestly, buddy, this looks like we have Harry Potter at home.
Yeah.
Great value, Harry Potter.
Because I'm excited to watch, it's fun. But the whole time I'm just like, even that trailer, I'm like, something's different with Hagrid. I just can't pinpoint. Something's different with Snape. I just can't quite pinpoint it. There's just...
Yeah, something about Snape. I just couldn't. There's something about him.
Yeah.
Boy's got dreads.
I hope in the third one they don't switch that one kid that says it's a very dark
The darkest omen of our time.
Yeah.
Bro has two lines.
I'm like, oh, come on, man. What are you...
They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing.
I wonder if we'll get more Asians. Because I don't think we got any till like the fifth movie with Cho.
So you're wanting more representation.
Well, I'm just wondering.
Did you know how much this costs per episode?
I assume more than $100,000.
A bit more. 10x that.
105?
10x that.
$1 million?
$100 million an episode.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Look
for
it up,
a second.
bookworm.
100,000 million?
Yes, 100,000 million.
100,000 million?
$100 million an episode. Look it up. You
How
don't believe
much per episode? 100 million per episode. Is that the highest? That's like
the highest,
Rings
yeah.
of Power money.
That's more than
here.
Rings of Power, yeah.
What was Rings of Power?
Less than that for sure. I think it just crossed the $1 billion threshold. But my point being, why are we doing this? What's the return on investment we're going to see? Not much. I guarantee you that. Everyone's going to pirate this. You and I are going to pirate this. And by that, anyone who's listening from the 3-letter agencies, we're going to listen to it as pirates. That's what we mean.
But Rings of Power, 58 to 63 per episode. Number 2, Citadel.
What?
Never heard of it, but apparently they're doing money laundering or something because they're doing 40 to 50 mil.
Citadel? I've never even heard.
Number 3, Masters of the Air, 35 mil.
Anyway, moving on, buddy.
Yeah.
Question for you real quick. Do you want more Lord in your rings?
Yeah, I would actually. Sure,
Oh,
why
really?
not? As long as it's in the form of rings with power.
Well,
Tell me, season 3 trailer, I'll stop everything I'm doing. I'll dissect that trailer, Steve.
I hate to disappoint.
What?
But there is different Lord of the Rings news here. We got another movie announced in the Lord of the Rings franchise. As you know, we're doing the Hunt for Gollum movie, but then after that, they are doing Lord of the Rings Shadows of the Past. Now, you might be wondering, what does that mean? Let me break it down for you, buddy. Peter Jackson, not coming back to direct, but somebody that you may know, very well-known comedy writer, is coming to help write the new movie. He's a talk show host. You know him?
Who?
Talk show host. Who's your talk show host? Who comes to mind?
David Letterman?
Close. Who else?
Conan the Barbarian?
Ooh, that would have been better. No. Who else?
Robert De Niro from The Joker.
Exactly. No, it's Stephen Colbert is coming in. He's going to be writing and be heavily involved in the next Lord of the Rings movie.
Why?
Your face said it all. You had a level of disgust that I haven't seen in a long time.
I kind of ignored everything because I've got good news for you, Steve, but you keep yammering on with whatever your nonsense here.
Okay, this isn't good news. It's just news in general. But we can get to yours after this. But so it's a sequel to Return of the King. Can you believe it?
Oh, my goodness. So what? Return there and back again?
Kind of.
An Aragorn tale?
Well, gosh,
Is Aragorn coming back?
No, and This sounds like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So this is the synopsis. It says, 14 years after the passing of Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin set out to retrace the first steps of their adventure. Meanwhile, Sam's daughter, Eleanor, has discovered a long-buried secret and is determined to uncover why the War of the Ring was nearly lost before it even began.
I hope they get an older Sam played by Liam Neeson. And he goes, Eleanor.
I love how you try to shoehorn things in like that. It's really, and I know for a fact, once I said Eleanor, the gears were turning. You didn't hear a word I said afterwards.
No, nothing else.
Oh, man. No, but yeah, this is just a horrible idea. Apparently it's
Wait,
going to...
so they're just going to redo the whole, this is where Boromir died. This is where Gandalf called me a fool of a toque.
Yeah. So apparently it's going to be, like a flashback and in between...
Wait, this is a movie?
It's a movie. Strapped
Cartoon?
in. No, live act.
Normal. Okay.
So it's going to be set in between the time that they leave the Shire, the four hobbits leave the Shire, and the time that they get to Bree. So in the book, there's like a long series of chapters that they didn't cover in the movie. So Stephen
you
Colbert...
said it was 14 years after Frodo died.
Well, I know you didn't hear very well, but they retraced their steps. Do you remember that part of when I said?
Yeah, kind of. Was it after the Eleanor?
Eleanor, yeah. I'll give it to you because you weren't paying attention. But it's going to be covering that bit of time.
So it takes place after, but they're just talking about like, back in a refresh of the years.
Yeah. They're going to be doing Family Guy. Remember the time when I met Tom Bombadil and do all that garbage.
Really?
And, yeah. So it's going to
like
be
the boring parts that they
not
left
particularly
out of the movie.
Boring. Like it is kind of exciting. They meet a Barrow White and Tom Bombadil and they talk to some elves. But overall, like it's like, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we squeezing?
They're doing a whole movie on them reminiscing over that.
Pretty much.
What
But
did Eleanor do with any of this?
it's not confirmed. It's kind of two stories. Sam, Merry, and Pippin, they've retraced their steps going back to Tom Bombadil, whatever. And then Eleanor is discovered. I think she's taken Frodo's book that was given to Sam and she like reads it and goes through and finds old secrets in there.
This kind of seems like the worst idea I could think of for like a sequel to Lord of the Rings here.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not doing a good job explaining it, but it is a horrible idea. And it baffles me that they would even get near this because Stephen Colbert, huge Lord of the Rings fan, whatever.
Wait, so he's actually writing it?
So he's writing it with his son.
I thought you were dicking me down here.
No.
I don't
I'm
know
not
if
tickling
that's
your taint. No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's writing it with his son, who is apparently a screenwriter. And I looked up his IMDb. His son has written one thing, and it's like a late night Colbert thing. It's horrible. Just horrible.
I just hope that Sam goes, oh, looky me. Oh, looky my. Well, I don't remember. I'm the only black guy here to ski.
Nobody on Earth is going to know what you're talking about.
Well, you do, right?
Yeah, I guess. But, oh, jeez.
Wait. Safer.
Okay, well, that's the end of that horrible news. What you got for me?
Well, let me just liven this up here.
Yeah.
Good news on the Lord of the Rings front. Rings of Power Season 3 is coming out this year, Steve. I can't. We're going to do a week by week, I assume, drop everything to talk about. Oh, did you like the way he said Galadriel?
Listen, we did that for Season 2 and it hurt me. It hurt my soul. Not because we were like, this sucks, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. And we could not win. We got blasted. We got raked over coals in the comments. And I was like, why are we doing this? Why are we watching this show that we don't want to watch for an audience that doesn't want to hear us talk about it?
Yeah.
For a show that sucks. You've been watching anything, buddy?
I mean, I can give you a Smallville update.
Sure.
Well, you kind of hesitated there and paused. Like, yeah.
I was looking at my notes. Listen, at least I listened to you instead of thinking of how I'm going to squeeze in Lenore into my next joke here.
So last time I told you how Martha's senator.
The senator, yeah.
For Kansas.
Failed upwards.
She's still senator.
Mm-hmm.
We're introduced to a new character, Steve. Green Arrow.
Oh.
He shows up. I forget his real name, but you ever seen the show? Oliver Twist, I think?
Yeah.
Queen, I think.
I've seen some of the show.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes But he's a rich guy. I think his parents are dead. He's basically Batman, but with a bow and arrow.
Great value Batman, yeah.
I don't know if this is all canon in the normal comic books, but in this one, he actually went to school with Lex as a kid.
Oh.
Like they both went to the same private school. They're both rich kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a little flashback episode, and Lex, teenage Lex, is played by Ryan from High School Musical, if you remember him.
Oh, yes.
Green Arrow, Oliver, and a couple other people, they bully Lex because he's bald.
As a high school student?
Yeah.
I mean, I would too, but...
Again, you feel bad for Lex.
How are your underdeveloped follicles, Lex?
It's kind of a tense episode here, but they do flashbacks, and you find out that Lex, he had one friend at private school. He's like a good guy. He's like, I'm going to fight for justice. I'm going to be a superhero, help people. And, we can do a thing together. And they're going to open up a Luther and Smith. I can't remember his name, but they're buddies. But Lex, he sees Oliver and the boys. He catches them cheating, stealing some test answers. And he's like, well, I got some dirt and I'm going to put some dirt in their eye.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Smith here, he's like, we got to tell the authorities. It's the right thing to do. And Lex is like, no, we're going to use this to have them be nice to us and be our friends. And he's like, why? That doesn't, what? Because Lex, he just doesn't want to get bullied. He wants to be popular. He wants people to like him.
Mm-hmm. Get on that wicked train, yeah.
Smith, he's going to go tell him. And Lex is like, no. And again, this is played by Ryan from, you see Skinhead Ryan. Just beat the crap out of this kid, and he's just punching him until he's bleeding, he's dying, and you're like, oh man, he's a psycho. And then he gets up and he's like, I was your only friend, I liked you, buddy. And he does the token Mean Girls step in the street, and then bam,
he gets hit by a car.
Got another car fatality here, just dead. And then that's kind of like a childhood secret of theirs, is like, if he's been holding on one of his dark secrets. You see the dark side of Lex here. But then, Green Arrow gets involved. And so he's dating Lois. They're kind of an item. She doesn't know he's the Green Arrow. Clark finds out. He knows Clark. They figure out the power thing. But now I'm curious how Lois, because originally she had a fling with Aquaman. For like an episode he popped up. Now she's got a thing with the Green Arrow. Obviously, she's going to eventually get with Clark here, Superman. It's going to be kind of awkward Justice League, don't you think?
Well, only if they kiss and tell.
Lana's dating Lex now. I don't remember if I spilled that in there, but their thing.
It seems like every time you mention that Switch or someone's dating Lana, nobody's dating Lana, somebody's dating Lois. Very
Chloe's
confusing.
actually dating Jimmy Olsen now.
Oh, Jimmy, picking up the scraps.
So Jimmy comes in. It was kind of weird. And the actor, Bobby Drake from Iceman. Now, you remember season 1, I told you that episode where he plays this guy and he gets Clark's powers. He pops up and I'm like, oh, that's Jim. Like how, and they just like act as if he never existed. And I'm like,
they forgot about it.
Really? Do you not remember this guy? Because he was in it multiple episodes, because there was that episode and then like a season later or something, he does the same thing again to Clark. So I'm like, am I crazy? Like, did they just think we wouldn't notice? Because I'm like, I guess back then it's like
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, you weren't imagining someone just like streaming all the episodes because you're like, oh, it's been like 5 years. Surely they'll forget that we use this guy.
What kind of madman would stream all these in such a short time?
And so I look it up. I'm like, am I crazy? And apparently Bobby Drake, that actor's got a twin.
Dang it, Bobby.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He's got a twin, and they just got the twin, but he looks exactly the same. Which bugs me in the show, because even if I guess it's not the same guy, I'm like, you look very familiar. I think
Nobody's
I killed your
call
twin.
Yeah.
I think I killed your twin a few seasons back.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I seen. You been watching anything, buddy?
I watched one thing. It's highly recommended. If you haven't seen or heard of the show All Her Fault, you hear of it?
No.
It's on Peacock. You can get that free trial on Amazon.
What?
Penis.
P-penis. All right, thank you. I'll prefer the surgical term.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's real good. It's got Pete from The Office plop.
Penis doodle doo.
You can't just. Oh, okay. So it's got the sister from the bear.
Ao Debris, sure.
No, it's got.
That's the only girl from the bear I remember.
Sure. Essentially, it grips you within the first like 30 seconds. You're like, wait a minute. Guys, wait a minute. And this mom goes to what she thinks is a play date with her son. She's like, hey, I'm here to pick up my son. And the lady's like, there's no kids here. She's like, well, this is the address that was told to me in the text. She's like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. Your son's missing. Bada boom. Right off the bat.
Is this a documentary? This is just a fictional show here,
It's
Steve.
based on a book.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, but it's very good.
Tell me what's going to happen next, Steve. I'm on the edge of my seat here.
I don't want to tell you because it's so darn exciting.
It's a good show. You're not doing a little bit here,
I'm not
Steve?
doing a bit at all. All her fault. Very good. Very good. It's one of those where...
That's kind of a spoiler. Her fault?
Well, there's multiple hers, and guess what?
Oh.
It's all of hers' fault.
No, him, huh?
Never him. No, it's so good, man. Like, I really
How
think
many eps we talking? How long the eps?
8 eps.
Mini-series?
It's just a mini-series. No.
Oh.
Yes, very much worth your time.
I could crank that out in a weekend, you're saying?
We cranked it out in a weekend.
All right.
We said
so we're going to crank it this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All her fault.
Mm-hmm. Very good. That's all I'll say, unless you want to come back next week and talk about it.
Come back next week. We'll see.
All right, yeah. But that's all I've been watching. If you can give me permission here, buddy.
You have my permission.
All right, we're going to get diving into the main course of this episode. So there weren't any movies this week that Chris and I are like, let's watch that. They all look pretty balls. And so we were thinking, we were putting around, and we thought to ourselves, you know, there are movies that we don't like, that we have in the past been afraid. We have internalized the fear of telling our secrets out to the world because of shame, potential shame that might become our reality, you know? And so we said, darn, we threw caution to the wind. We're going to talk about movies that we are not afraid to say that we don't like, that we're coming out of hiding, Christopher.
We're breaking free, so to speak.
We're breaking free.
So I got 3 movies. Chris has got 3 movies that we're going to talk about. And for me, it's not that we hate them. It's just like, well, we don't really like them. We're not afraid to be ourselves and tell them.
Yeah, this is our truths.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to probably ruffle some feathers here, Steve.
Oh, feathers will be ruffled. Let me tell you that.
This could be one of your movies you love, and we're just going to besmirch it. I don't know what Steve's are. Maybe he's going to say something that I love.
Yes, and
it'll
vice
break
versa.
my heart.
We're going to rub some dirt in somebody's eye for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, so do you want to go back and forth, or you just want to do your 3, my 3?
We could go back and forth. I didn't pick a specific 3. I kind of threw a list.
Oh.
And because I'm like, I don't know if these are actually, because if it's my circle, people are saying it's good, but you're like, no one likes it. And then I'm like, I won't spend time with it. But throw out yours here, Steve.
Well, to start off, I got one that is critically and commercially, everyone seems to love it, but I got my qualms, and that is the Pixar movie Up. So my problem with it is, buddy, great first 10 minutes. Nobody can deny that. Like, that's the only thing anyone ever talks about it, right?
Yeah, it kind of edges you. You want to see more death throughout.
Yeah.
And there's not really much death after that.
You'd expect more death, but not as much as they give. And if the only thing about your movie is that the first 10 minutes were great, I don't know if you got a good movie. Off the dome, can you remember the character's name or the villain or even the basic premise of the movie?
There's dogs, I think, maybe some dodos.
Mm-hmm.
You got the grandpa guy, his wife dies. He's depressed. He gets a bunch of balloons and he flies up, and the little Cub Scout boy hops on the house.
Yeah.
And then they go to some faraway land, and they're like dogs fighting them, I think.
There's talking dogs.
And do they go back? I guess he takes them back to Earth, and then they're buddies.
Back to Earth, huh?
Do they not go back to Earth?
They
Welcome
go up to
Earth.
space, or did they leave Earth for a time?
I thought they went. Where'd they go? I thought they went to like another planet.
They went to Brazil or something. The Amazon.
Weren't there like aliens or talking dogs or something?
There's talking dogs, but they have a little choke collar
Oh, it's
on
like
them.
a evil scientist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to find some birds or something. It's just kind of like the first part sets it up to be like, oh, this is going to be a deep movie, you know? And then it's like, hey, look at this dog talking and these animals. Look at this funny thing. And it just doesn't,
Yeah.
it's not great. And it's unmemorable. Like nobody can really remember the last, I argue, it really bugs me. I don't know why, but irresponsible parents on the little Asian kids part. If you ever been near Asians, you know their parents are strict on you come home when I say I come home.
Normally the Asians are pretty skinny. He's like a fat Asian boy.
Yeah, he's breaking all stereotypes, being irresponsible. Afterwards, when they come back, the parents not only don't care that their son was gone for presumably days, but that he continues to hang out with this old man that they know nothing about. In fact, he has an assault charge on him, Christopher.
The old man does?
Yeah, you remember he hits the guy in the head with his walker? My point being, like, it's pretty overrated. And it's not even in the top 10 best Pixar movies. So that's one of mine.
And if I can rebut here, would anyone really put it in like the top of the Pixars, really?
I mean, there's probably some
I just
Disney
heard
adults.
it's a sad movie in the beginning, but yeah, I think it would have been better as a Disney short. Just show the beginning with the wife dying and cut it.
It's Always Sunny did a parody of that where Charlie imagines himself marrying the waitress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With all the rat children that they have. Or not rat children, the children that they have, and he kills rats. But anyway, that's mine.
I think they should just go without the happy part after. Just do the depressing. Remember that one short where it's like that mom making a dumpling that turns into a real life thing, and then she ends up eating it? They should have just cut it right there.
Yeah.
I'll start off with this one. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I just remember when it came out, I was in high school, and everyone were like, this movie's great. And don't get me wrong, I like Edgar, I like Michael Cera, but I just like, I couldn't get into this movie, but it was one of those I'd have to be like, yeah, no, that movie's great. I remember, I'm going to give a shout out to my cousin here. He had it on his iPod Nano 3rd gen, you know, with the screen that's like this big. And we both had like one earbud in each ear. And he's like showing me, you got to see this. And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just like, I'm trying to be nice. And I'm like, this isn't a good enough movie to watch over like a 2-inch by 2-inch screen for 2 hours.
You did the whole movie?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I just never got into it. Like, to me, it was just like too goofy. Because it's like, I mean, it had a good cast, Chris Evans and all these people, but I think it was like, maybe it was that age group, but everyone was like, people would wear the shirts to school and all this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love that movie. And I'm like, did you like it, Steve?
I saw it once and I was just like, oh, that's fine. Like, I get why people like it because I guess the comic was really popular too. It was different. Like at the time, they're like, whoa, look at all these graphics he's peeing and his thing is draining down, you know, all this stuff. Look at there's the stuff on the screen. We've never seen things on the screen before. And so I think that was new at the time. But I just remember that movie. I was like, this main guy kind of sucks because he treats his friends badly. And he's got his girl who's like in love with him, but he doesn't want to like be with her. Instead, he goes after her. And I'm like, you're kind of... what's so special about you gangly little nerd, you know? It's all right. It's fine. I'm not going to defend it that much, but I get what you mean.
How about you, buddy?
The Notebook.
Okay.
You seen The Notebook?
I've seen it.
Listen here, pal. People are always him and their han. They're like, this is such a great love story. It's such a timeless tale. And I watched this in high school with a gal, and I was under the expectation that we weren't going to actually watch it, you know what I mean?
You're going to reenact.
Sure.
You're a bird, I'm a bird.
Turns out we actually watched it, so maybe that's why I had such a stick in the mud attitude. But
I know. Isn't that the worst? Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this.
But when you actually watch it, you're like, this is really bad. Like, both of these people are not good people at all.
They kind of deserve each other.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a testament to Ryan of how good of an actor he is, right?
Now, again, this is another movie I seen like one time 15 years ago. Can I try and remember the plot here and you tell me how close I am? So Ryan Gosling meets Rachel McAdams and like they had like a summer thing, and I think Rachel moved back with her family, or Ryan went to work or something, but they were gone and he was writing these letters. I wrote you every day for a year, and he'd write the letters, but I guess Rachel's parents were hiding the letters, so she didn't get them, and they kind of broke away, and then she ended up getting married to James Marsden, who was like a war hero. I don't think they had any kids or anything. Maybe they had a kid. they have a kid or two? Nothing. But when she's married with him, Ryan Gosling comes back in the picture. She cheats on the war hero husband with Gosling. And then she just like ditches him, and then they're together, and ends up she's like senile now because it's old age, and she dies, or maybe they die together laying in a bed as old people. Is that it?
A very, very good memory, Christopher.
Okay.
You painted with very broad strokes, but I see the picture, and you got most of it right. There's some details in there that matter, in that Ryan, incredibly manipulative. If you remember the first time he sees her, he's like on the Ferris wheel and is hanging. He's like, I'm going to kill myself if you don't go on a date with me. Remember that bit?
Who hasn't done that?
Well, yeah, you're right. He writes her every day for a year, not getting anything back, mind you, and he can't take a hint. So on the surface, it sounds romantic.
It's a little stalker vibe here.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, read the room.
It wasn't like they were childhood friends and knew each other for years, right? It was like, oh, I had this fling with this summer girl. I wonder how many stalkers this movie has caused. Like someone's like, well, she hasn't answered me. It's been a year, but Noah did it. And then it ended up, who cares if she's married now?
Noah did it, yeah.
No, it worked for Noah. So what if I don't look like Ryan Gosling and I look like Jared from Subway here? It's fine.
Yeah.
She can look past that.
Like, that's the thing. If Ryan wasn't a good-looking guy, he would be put in jail immediately. 10 times over, he would be dragged out in the street.
You ever been dragged in the street?
Pissed blood!
But Rachel's not without her faults, too. She physically abuses him several occasions.
Oh.
Yeah. If you remember, she like hits him and like punches him and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's kind of played for laughs or like emotions. But like straight up, that's domestic violence, buddy. And that's not okay. Well, but like you said, she's engaged to that veteran.
She's not married, just engaged.
Yeah.
So she breaks off the wedding. Still cheats on him.
Still cheats on a perfectly fine man, you know.
A war hero.
A hero. It's just not a good, like, they're both bad people. And I don't understand why people love this movie so much. I think it's because they somewhat redeem themselves in the end with the old man. He's like, oh, she's senile, I'm a bird, and I'm another bird. But it doesn't fix what you've done here, Ryan.
She's a peacock. Or should I say a pea penis?
Yes, you should say that. Okay. What else you got?
Does this count Avatar? Because I feel like everyone kind of went off that train. I mean, the new ones still make a bunch of money. But when that first one came out, everyone was freaking out about Avatar. But I feel like now no one's like, oh, I love Avatar, right?
Yeah.
But they'll still watch the new ones.
Yeah. It's a weird one. It's definitely a conundrum.
So I don't know if that counts. Because to me, that when I thought of this, that's the first one that comes to mind is because I remember watching it. Really, this is the movie. And again, I'm at the molding age where I'm easily pressured to peer. And I'm like, I love how blue they are. I love the scene where they connect their ponytails and make love, I think. And then he like bestiality, that like dragon thing. I love that. Yeah.
The first time I heard about that movie was I used to work at an animal hospital in high school. And I overheard the boss talking to one of the employees. And he's like, I watched Avatar and it was incredibly inappropriate. You know, they're just these half naked aliens, blue looking cat people. And immediately I was like, what'd you say? What's this movie called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird movies where, for some reason, I think it's just a technical marvel, which it is, and that's why people like it. But other than that, it's just like a kind of movie.
I guess I can count that one.
Sure.
If we're counting that.
This is pretty controversial. I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but it's a good thing nobody really listens to this. And they won't even get this far in the episode. Original recipes, 1977 Star Wars. I got a theory. Like, when did you first see this movie? At what age?
Probably like 6 or 5 or something. Young kid.
Young, moldable, prefrontal cortex, not developed mind. And I argue that if you were to show this to someone who's an adult, like in their 20s today, they would just be like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you saw it in theaters when you were a kid, you know, whatever, if you're an adult way back then, you have an affinity for it. But I'm saying, like, in nowadays world, you show like a 20-something Star Wars, they would just be like, this isn't the best movie ever. Sure, it's what it is. Like, it only works because it has such strong nostalgia. Like, I feel like people like it so much because they saw it as a kid. Their dad was like, you got to watch this movie, bruh. You know? If you're not a Star Wars family, you'll just be like, that's just a movie, right?
Yeah, my wife never saw them
Mm-hmm.
till after we were married.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure she had the same reaction, like, all right.
Yeah.
I've seen it, you know?
Yeah. What's all the hullabaloo about? It's obviously creative, whatever. Yeah. It's Marvel of its time. Yes. Very technical. The story's tale as old as time, the hero's journey, and all that jazz. But there's a lot of things that old Georgie board just stole from other people, like just straight up. There's a lot of video essays on there where Flash Gordon, samurai
Has the
movies.
Tusken Raiders based off the Arabs, the
Sure.
Greedo after the.
Yeah.
You can go through them all here.
And one could argue that's
Jamaican
a talent too.
Jar Jar.
Yes, yeah. I guess it's admirable of Lucas to translate what he sees in real life into.
It's a good thing no one listens to.
Yeah, nobody cares. And I don't even know if I have a point here. I was just thinking.
I don't either. Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, it's whatever. And I'm sure if some people listen, they'll be like, you guys are idiots. But we are idiots. It's fine.
Yeah, we are. You got any more on Star
No,
Wars?
go ahead.
Because
Yeah.
I had kind of a similar thought process with some of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible. I don't know if you've seen the first Mission Impossible anytime soon.
Oh, it does not hold up.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
And even as a kid, I was like, it's cool because people like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main action thing is like, oh, he breaks a light bulb and he sets the little trap thing and he hears him. I'm like, this freaking sucks. The rest of them are like fun, you know?
Yeah. You got to give it to them because they really Fast and Furious that franchise without anyone knowing by getting bigger and bolder and more outrageous, but they kept it more tame in reality.
Same thing with Fast and the Furious. Like the first 4 kind of suck.
Oh,
But
hold
once
on.
that hits 5, what?
Tokyo Drift?
That one sucks. What are you talking about?
It's got some great memes.
I thought you were
though.
doing a bit. I mean, it's better than, I think the worst is the second and the fourth. But same concept, just to throw out some more on my list here. I had The Matrix. This one,
Okay.
I was feeling a little controversial.
Sure.
One of those, like, at the time, you're like, whoa. But, like, plot-wise, well, and, like, obviously now it doesn't really, effects-wise, isn't anything special now. But I don't really love it. And I'm a Keanu guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I tried watching the sequel. I couldn't even get through those ones.
Those are rough, yeah.
And then, I mean, can I go through my list since I just threw them down here? So I had Fifth Element.
Oh, I was debating that one too.
Shape of Water.
Oh, boy.
That movie sucked.
That movie sucks so bad.
Devil Wears Prada. I seen it twice now because my wife put it on a couple of weeks ago. Still sucks. I don't get it. I don't. And I see it on like all these lists of like, oh, most rewatchable movie.
You don't
I'm never
get it.
going to get there. I'm not going to get it. I get it's a chick movie, but even like guys will be like, no, that movie's good. I don't know. I'm like, I don't understand why. Oppenheimer, I have no desire to ever, at least not for like another 5 years, to watch the movie again. Like it's too long. It's not that exciting.
I'd rather watch a documentary
Yeah.
on the subject than watch Oppenheimer.
Like it's good acting, it's good cast. Obviously, I like the director. It looks good. So I'm like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people were like, "Oh man, I can't wait to go back and watch it again." I'm like, "You're gonna watch that like
again
twice in a week?" Or like people would like watch it like there's the one scene where it blows up. I'm like, "Cool," but it's not worth 3 hours or however long.
Watch it on your phone, like Christopher Nolan intended.
Yes. Moonlight.
Never seen it.
Probably more of my fault, but there was a time where I was trying to be a real movie
Cinephile.
snob. So I'm like, let's see what all these Oscar nominations are. And so I was just like, I'd watch them. So I saw La La Land, which was also on this list. I was like, that movie kind of sucks, but everyone liked it. I'm like, really? This is back when I'd like try and dissect and care about critic stuff. And I think after this year, it broke me. And then Moonlight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything about this movie.
It's the gay black guy, right?
Yeah, I didn't
And that's not me being insensitive. That's just what it's about,
it's a gay, Yeah, so, and it starts off, I didn't know anything about the movie. I was like, oh, it's got all these, I had like the most nominations and all, yada, yada. So I'm like, I'm watching it. And it starts off pretty good. It's like black guy as a kid. He's got a crackhead by Calypso. I release you from your human bond. And like Mahershala Ali is like this random guy that's kind of helping him out. And it's actually like pretty good. I'm like, it's kind of fun. It looks nice. And then it cuts to him as like a teenager. And then it goes into the more of the gay stuff, which I don't know if it would have, like I didn't know. It definitely it took me a left turn because I was like, "What is happening?" And then I was like, and then it goes to him as an adult, and it's more gay, whatever. I mean, it's like a sad. So I'm like, it wasn't what I thought
Expected.
it was.
Yeah.
I'm not repulsed or anything like it, but like the movie, it was nominated for so many Oscars. It won a bunch. I think that was the movie that
They
they
did
said La La
yeah.
Land, and then they swapped it to Moonlight, right? And
Yeah.
it had like wasn't like record setting, but it had been like the most wins since like Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was that good as like a movie. I'm like, it's not that amazing. Like I didn't hate it or anything, but it was like, it's fun. And to me, the movie just got like worse. Maybe it's because it started off and I was like, I would have rather it just stuck with him as a kid and the trials of having a crackhead mom and all that. And then it just like, it's switched to like different stories. And it was kind of more, it kind of felt like a Game of Thrones where you're doing like a POV of like Jon Snow and you're like getting into it at the wall. And then it's like, oh, let's go to Daenerys over here. And then I'm like, can we get back, to this?
Yeah.
But like, no, I can't because you're 15 years ahead, you know? And then I had Gravity as my last one.
Gravity.
Is that what
John
they say?
Mayer. Anyway, Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah, I remember it was hyped up and, you got to see it. And I was like,
was
it's kind of
boring.
boring. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure it looks nice, but
It's
that
got
only
George
gets me
Clooney in
so
it, doesn't it?
far. Yep.
Yeah,
He
I
gets
remember that one
lost in
being.
space.
I was watching that on my laptop, and I was like, I don't have to keep watching that if I don't want to.
So I guess I'd talk to you. Those are all the ones.
No,
that
that's a good list.
Thought of, I guess, but
That's a good list. Yeah, Fifth Element was on mine too. I was debating whether or not to have it on there. I do not understand why people like that.
I don't know either. It's like a weird. Who was it? Chris Tucker and a weird
Bruce Willis with his weird blonde hair.
Bruce Willis, and then the villain was
Gary
Commissioner
Oldman.
Gordon. Yeah, I'm like, this is so weird. I don't get it. I don't know why this is hype.
And like you could be like, oh yeah, it's just weird and fun to be weird and fun. I'm like, it's not either of those. You know, it's just
I know it's
annoying.
not good if like even me as like a teenage or like kid like doesn't like the movie because I like pretty much anything. It was hard for me to like not be into it, but like. You know what? The Grinch, too. I'll throw that in there. I hate that movie.
Oh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Yeah, that one sucks.
That one, okay, listen here. When I talk about the Grinch, I always talk about the old 60s cartoon because that's the superior one.
It is.
That's unequivocally.
Sure.
But people are like, oh yeah, let's watch the Grinch. And they put on the Jim Carrey one. I'm like, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. It's just not. And it's very annoying. It's too long. Very dour for a Dr. Seuss movie. Just makes me sad, honestly.
This is just movies I hate now. But Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Hate that movie.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I hate that.
Love Actually is another Christmas movie.
I hate
that one too.
We should do just a whole episode of just movies we hate.
We didn't even say anything about it. Love Actually, Edward Scissorhands.
Should we just double up our episodes? Should we just record next week's right now?
Yeah.
What movies do we
context,
hate?
No context.
Yeah, I hate Beetlejuice. I guess I
Yes.
don't hate, but it's I kind of hate it. I guess
Mm.
Valerian, The Lost Cities.
Ooh, I've never seen it, but I hate it.
I hate it. The Paper Towns. I hate that movie.
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I kind of like that one.
Oh,
I
really?
remember watching it once upon a time. Well, that was kind of fun.
Divergent.
Shut your whore mouth.
Are you like Divergent?
I mean, I was doing this bit for a few months where I was like, I'm the biggest Divergent fan in the world.
Yeah.
Because it had Miles Teller, and I was real into Miles Teller, and his character's Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, Peter, I love you, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd root for Peter, and he'd try and be a douche, but I'm like, come on, Peter. I'm into you, Peter.
Deep into him. Wait, so do you actually like it or are you just doing a bit?
I like the bit, I guess. So, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I didn't hate it. I don't remember a thing.
What about the one where the girl from Divergent has cancer and they like make fun?
Ooh, Fault in Our Stars.
Yes.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You're a good writer and a bad person, and I'm a good person, but a bad writer. So I think we can make a good team. That's a quote from the movie.
Poetry.
The thing about her is I love her smile and something that has that song. Yeah, maybe kind of sucked. Devil with that elevator
With the
movie.
elevator one? Yes.
That movie
Yeah.
sucked.
The one with Charlie Sheen and he's in 9/11.
Oh.
I think it's just called World Trade Center. Or is that Nick
no,
Cage?
that's
No,
Nick
no, no.
Cage.
I wouldn't besmirch Nicholas. But
Yeah.
what's the one with Charlie Sheen and he's in the elevator? 9/11. He's divorcing his wife. That one. Saws. I hate Saws.
The Geostorm starring Gerard Butler.
Oh boy! In fact,
Have you seen that?
any natural disaster movie, really. That one hurt. That one hurt. I knew it was gonna hurt, but not as bad. But I knew I was painfully hurting when he sent that secret message to his brother. He has this pre-recorded message, and then he sends him like this secret like cipher, skip to every fourth word or whatever, and then they cut it out, and he's like, "There is a bomb on the White House," or whatever, you know. So it's like, I was
Look
like,
behind you.
yeah. That movie was atrocious. You know, it's a good movie, Apocalypto.
Uh-huh. Well, way to throw off the train on the tracks here.
I was thinking of 2012, and then I was like, oh yeah, the world was supposed to end in 2012. Mayans, Apocalypto.
There's that one from the director of Napoleon Dynamite. He did one called
Oh,
Gentleman Broncos, I think.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's like a mock of Kroll.
I don't know
So
what
some
that
dumb.
is.
That movie sucks.
Okay.
It's a dumb sci-fi one.
Sure. Next time, we'll have a segment, just like 30 seconds, rounding them off.
Just these. I hate
Uninterrupted.
these movies.
Anyway, you good? I think
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're listening, I'm not racist by any
Yeah, me
means.
neither. But you are anti-Semitic.
Stale.
Thanks for listening.
Forget about things like stale.
Popcorn. This is the stale.
Popcorn!